Many people struggle financially not because they don't earn enough, but because they live paycheck to paycheck. No matter how much they make, their money seems to disappear just as fast. They pay the rent, cover bills, buy groceries, and by the time their next paycheck arrives, they have little to nothing left. This cycle is exhausting, stressful, and nearly impossible to escape, unless you change your mindset and habits. The biggest mistake people make is assuming that a higher income will solve their financial problems. They believe that if they just get a raise or find a better job, they'll finally have enough to save and invest. But the truth is, if you can't manage your money at your current income, you won't manage it when you earn more. Many people get raises, bonuses, or new jobs with higher salaries, but their financial situation never improves. Why? Because they increase their spending instead of their savings. Another reason people stay trapped in this cycle is not tracking where their money goes. They assume they have a rough idea of their expenses, but when they actually review their bank statements, they are shocked by how much they waste on small, unnecessary purchases. Coffee runs, impulse shopping, streaming subscriptions, and takeout meals seem insignificant in the moment, but over time, they add up to thousands of dollars that could have been used to build wealth. If you don't tell your money where to go, it will disappear without a trace. A Stoic approach to money involves intentional spending. Instead of spending mindlessly and hoping for the best, a Stoic takes full control of their finances. They track every dollar, question every purchase, and focus only on what truly adds value to their life. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." This means taking responsibility for your financial situation instead of blaming your job, the economy, or bad luck. The key to escaping the paycheck-to-paycheck cycle is paying yourself first. Most people spend first and save whatever is left. But this approach rarely works because there's never anything left. Instead, set aside a fixed percentage of your income for savings and investments before spending on anything else. This ensures that you are building financial security, no matter how much you earn. Even starting with just 5 to 10% of your paycheck can make a huge difference over time. Another crucial step is building an emergency fund. One of the biggest reasons people stay trapped in financial stress is that they have no buffer. The moment an unexpected expense comes up, a medical bill, car repair, or job loss, they panic, rely on credit cards, and sink further into financial struggle. A Stoic prepares for the unexpected. Saving at least 3 to 6 months' worth of expenses gives you the freedom to handle financial emergencies without falling into debt. Finally, breaking free from the paycheck-to-paycheck cycle requires learning to live below your means. Most people struggle financially not because they earn too little, but because they spend too much. They finance expensive cars, rent luxury apartments, and buy things they can't afford just to impress others. But Epictetus reminds us, wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. The less you need, the wealthier you become. The truth is, financial freedom isn't about making more. It's about managing what you already have wisely. If you don't change your money habits now, no amount of income will ever be enough. But if you start living intentionally, saving first, and preparing for the future, you can escape the paycheck-to-paycheck cycle and start building real wealth. The question is, will you keep waiting for a higher income to solve your problems, or will you take control of your financial future today? One of the biggest reasons people struggle financially, even when they start earning more, is lifestyle inflation. This happens when people increase their spending every time their income rises, leaving them in the same financial situation despite making more money. The more they earn, the more they spend, and the cycle continues indefinitely. Instead of using their higher income to build wealth, they use it to upgrade their lifestyle, trapping themselves in financial dependence. Most people assume that if they earn more, they will naturally have more savings. But in reality, if you don't control your spending when you make $40,000 a year, you won't control it when you make $100,000. The problem isn't low income. It's the habit of spending every dollar that comes in. Many high-income earners still live paycheck to paycheck because they keep increasing their expenses to match their earnings. The danger of lifestyle inflation is that it prevents wealth accumulation. Every raise, every bonus, and every extra dollar gets consumed by new expenses: a bigger house, a new car, luxury vacations, and expensive dining. Instead of building financial security, people find themselves working harder just to maintain their lifestyle. They are not wealthier, they are just spending at a higher level. A Stoic approach to money involves discipline over indulgence. Seneca reminds us, wealth is not having more but needing less. True financial security comes from controlling your desires, not expanding them. A Stoic does not let external factors dictate their spending habits. Instead of increasing expenses every time they make more money, they continue living below their means and direct the extra income toward wealth building. The key to breaking free from lifestyle inflation is establishing a financial plan before your income grows. Most people wait until they start making more money before deciding how to manage it, but by then it's too late. The money is already spent. Instead, commit to a rule. Whenever your income increases, a fixed percentage must go directly to savings, investments, or debt repayment before you increase spending. This way, financial growth leads to security, not just higher expenses. Another effective strategy is practicing financial gratitude. Many people constantly chase the next big purchase, believing it will make them happier. But studies show that material possessions provide only temporary satisfaction. A Stoic understands that happiness is found in financial peace, not in endless consumption. Before upgrading to a bigger house or a luxury car, ask yourself, will this bring long-term fulfillment, or am I just trying to impress others? One of the best habits to develop is delaying lifestyle upgrades. Instead of instantly upgrading your lifestyle when you get a raise, give yourself 6 months to a year before making any changes. This allows you to adjust to your new income without immediately increasing expenses. During this time, direct the extra money into investments, savings, and paying down debt. If after waiting you still feel a lifestyle upgrade is necessary, you can make it from a position of financial strength rather than impulse. Many people believe that success is measured by what they own, but true financial success is about freedom. If your lifestyle forces you to keep working harder just to afford it, you are not wealthy. You are trapped. The wealthiest individuals are not those who spend the most, but those who control their spending and use their income to create financial independence. At the end of the day, lifestyle inflation is a choice. You can either let your income control you, or you can take control and use it to create financial security. The question is, will you spend every dollar you make, or will you build a future where money works for you instead of the other way around? One of the biggest reasons people stay broke even when they earn a good income is that they let emotions control their financial decisions. Fear, greed, impulse spending, and the need for instant gratification keep people trapped in financial stress. They don't realize that wealth isn't just about how much you make. It's about how well you control your emotions when it comes to money. Fear is one of the most damaging emotions when it comes to finances. Many people avoid investing because they're afraid of losing money. They keep their savings in a bank account earning almost nothing, believing it's safe, while inflation silently eats away at their purchasing power. Others refuse to start a business or pursue new opportunities because they fear failure. But a Stoic understands that fear should never control action. Epictetus said, "It's not things that disturb us, but our interpretation of them." Wealth is built by those who manage risk intelligently, not by those who avoid it out of fear. Another destructive emotion is greed. Many people chase quick money, jumping into investments they don't understand, following trends, or gambling on risky financial decisions. They see others making money fast and feel pressure to do the same, ignoring logic in favor of emotional excitement. This is how people lose fortunes in speculative markets, fall for scams, or overextend themselves financially. A Stoic remains calm and disciplined. They invest consistently, avoid emotional hype, and focus on long-term growth instead of chasing overnight success. Impulse spending is another major way emotions destroy financial stability. Many people buy things not because they need them, but because they are bored, stressed, or seeking validation. They shop for temporary happiness, only to feel regret when the credit card bill arrives. Marketers know this. They use psychological tricks to trigger emotional purchases, creating a false sense of urgency and making people believe they need something immediately. A Stoic practices self-control, questioning every purchase. Do I truly need this, or am I just reacting to an emotion? Another way emotions ruin finances is comparing yourself to others. Social media makes this worse, as people constantly see influencers, celebrities, and even their friends displaying luxury lifestyles. Many fall into the trap of spending money to keep up, even when they can't afford it. They finance expensive cars, take trips they can't pay for, and buy designer brands. Not because they need them, but because they feel pressured to appear successful. But Marcus Aurelius reminds us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. A Stoic does not let external validation dictate their financial choices. They spend based on personal values, not on social pressure. One of the best ways to overcome emotional spending is implementing a waiting period. Before making any non-essential purchase, wait 24 to 48 hours. This creates a pause between emotion and action, reducing impulse buying. Most of the time after the emotion fades, you'll realize you didn't need the item at all. This simple habit can save thousands of dollars over a lifetime. Another strategy is automating financial decisions. People often overspend because they lack a structured plan. By setting up automatic transfers to savings and investment accounts, you remove emotions from the equation. Your financial success becomes a habit, not a decision you have to make every month. The less emotion involved, the more consistent your financial growth will be. At the end of the day, wealth isn't just about numbers, it's about mastering your emotions. The people who succeed financially are not the ones who never make mistakes, but the ones who learn to control fear, resist greed, avoid impulse spending, and focus on long-term success. The question is, will you let your emotions keep you broke, or will you take control and start making logical, disciplined financial decisions today? One of the biggest reasons people stay broke is because they believe investing is too complicated. They assume they need to be experts in finance, constantly follow the stock market, or have a lot of money to get started. So instead of learning, they do nothing, and that mistake costs them years of lost wealth. The truth is, avoiding investments is far riskier than investing. If you don't put your money to work, you will always have to work for money. Many people fear investing because they don't understand how it works. They assume the stock market is like gambling, where they could lose everything overnight. But history has proven that over the long term, investors who stay in the market consistently build wealth. While individual stocks can be risky, broad investments like index funds allow you to own hundreds of companies, reducing risk while benefiting from long-term growth. The real danger is not investing at all, because inflation is constantly making your money worth less. If you are not growing your money, you are losing it. Another major reason people don't invest is they think they need a lot of money to start. They assume investing is only for the rich, so they wait until they have enough before they begin. But this is completely backward. Investing is how people become rich. Thanks to modern investment platforms, you can start investing with as little as $50. The amount you start with isn't important, starting early is. A Stoic approach to investing is based on discipline, patience, and long-term thinking. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Many people let market fluctuations scare them out of investing. They panic when stocks drop and hesitate when prices rise. But a Stoic understands that investing is a long game. Instead of trying to time the market, they focus on consistent investing over time. The key to wealth is not making perfect investment moves. It's staying in the market long enough to benefit from compounding growth. One of the best investment strategies is automating your investments. By setting up automatic contributions to an investment account, you remove emotions from the process. Wealth building becomes a habit, not a decision you have to make every month. This protects you from market fears, impulse spending, and the temptation to wait for the perfect time to invest, because the perfect time doesn't exist. Real estate is another powerful way to build wealth, yet many people assume it's out of reach. While buying a house or rental property requires a larger initial investment, there are multiple ways to start with less money. House hacking, REITs. real estate investment trusts, and partnerships allow people to invest in real estate without needing massive capital. The key is understanding that there are always ways to get started if you are willing to learn. Many people waste years waiting to invest because they think they need to know everything first. But financial freedom isn't built by those who know the most. It's built by those who take action. You don't need to be an expert to start investing. You just need to be consistent, disciplined, and focused on the long term. A Stoic does not let fear or lack of knowledge stop them. They start where they are and learn along the way. End of the day, the biggest financial mistake you can make is waiting to invest. Every year you delay is a year of lost compounding growth. The question is, will you keep telling yourself that investing is too complicated, or will you take the first step today and start building real wealth? One of the biggest financial mistakes people make is ignoring their financial future until it's too late. They assume they have plenty of time to start saving, investing, or planning for retirement. They believe they can always figure it out later. But later never comes. Every year you delay is a year of lost opportunity. The truth is, the cost of waiting is far higher than the cost of starting small today. Many people push financial planning to the side because they think they are too young, don't earn enough, or believe they have other priorities. But time is the most powerful factor in wealth building. The earlier you start, the less money you need to invest to reach financial independence. Someone who invests just $200 a month starting at 25 will accumulate more wealth than someone who invests $500 a month but starts at 40. The secret to wealth isn't how much you invest, it's how early you start. Another major reason people avoid planning their financial future is that they fear facing their current financial reality. They know they have debt, they know they're spending too much, and they know they should be saving more. But instead of taking action, they ignore the problem, hoping it will fix itself. But avoiding financial issues does not make them go away. It only makes them worse. A Stoic does not run from uncomfortable truths. Instead, they confront them with logic, discipline, and a willingness to improve. Many people also assume that retirement planning is something to think about later. But retirement is not just about stopping work. It's about having the freedom to make choices. If you don't build financial security now, you are guaranteeing that you will have to keep working whether you want to or not. The biggest financial regret of retirees is not starting sooner. A Stoic understands that freedom in the future is built by the sacrifices and decisions made today. Another common excuse is waiting until you make more money before taking financial planning seriously. But financial discipline isn't about income, it's about habits. If you can't manage $2,000 a month, you won't magically become responsible with $10,000 a month. The best time to build financial discipline is now at whatever income level you have. A Stoic focuses on controlling what they can, spending wisely, investing consistently, and avoiding debt, rather than waiting for external circumstances to change. One of the best ways to stop delaying your financial future is to automate your success. Set up automatic transfers to savings and investment accounts. Create a monthly money check-in to track progress. Set clear financial goals and break them into simple steps. The less effort it takes to manage your money, the more likely you are to stick to your plan. Making financial success a habit eliminates the need for willpower. At the end of the day, the biggest financial mistake is thinking you have time. Every moment you wait is a lost opportunity. The people who achieve financial independence are not the ones who earned the most. They are the ones who started early, stayed consistent, and refused to delay their progress. The question is, will you keep pushing your financial future aside, or will you take control today and start building true financial freedom? If you're ready to stop waiting and take action toward financial independence, subscribe to our channel today. Check out our playlist filled with strategies to help you take control of your money, build wealth, and create a secure financial future. Click now, because the cost of waiting is too high to ignore.